The skill of staying true. This is what really can give you access in your life to greater power, greater alignment, and just feeling better overall because you are coming from truth, you are coming from integrity. So I would say this is the foundational skill that you need in order to live a fulfilled life. Is this skill, is this art? You could even say it's a science of staying true. And it is a subtle art. It does require a certain refinement of your awareness, a certain purifying, being able to become more subtle in order to discern on deeper and deeper layers what is actually true for you, why you're actually here, and what you want to be doing, what you want to be spending your precious attention on. This attention that is your currency, which these companies pay billions of dollars for. This is what is your power. This is, in a sense, what they use as a product. But this is your free will, your ability to direct attention. And you want to invest your attention. You want to invest that in things that resonate for you, that are true, so that you can actually stay true, wholly and fully. You can be singular in your intent, in a sense. Because your intent, you want that to be true as well. You want that to be resonant with who you actually are, so that you can face challenges from this wide open space and just with your intention, with your unique intention, with your unique X. Within IMX, this is like what you're staying true to on an expressionate level. It's your authentic expression, which science has shown us is the highest frequency. Whatever is most authentic to you in the moment, what is most true to you in the moment, even if that's throwing a tantrum, that is the highest. That is the truest. So this is why I want to, in a sense, make my case why staying true is such a relevant skill. And it is a skill, or like a muscle that you can master, that you can train. So again, that when challenges come your way, you can train yourself to even stay true in any challenge. That no matter with who you are in the room or what seeming obstacles are in your path, you are connected to your truth. You are in integrity. And we can turn this into a playful game, not that integrity and honor become this heavy, serious things. It is a skill, it is an art. You can play this game of staying true, or you can just play the game you've already been presented with here on Earth, which I don't know what kind of game it is, but it's not about truly being fulfilled or joyful. So with IMX and with this subtle art of staying true, I'm offering an alternative. And in a sense, I'm making my case why this is a skill worth mastering, and how through the focusing of your attention, bringing your attention back to what is true, learning to discern what is true, what is resonating, what you actually want, so that when you're tuning into something that you think you want, okay, what should be my next step? And most of the time you're presented with an array of options, like, okay, I can either do this, that. And then one of these options feels the truest, feels the highest, feels the most exciting. And this is what you want to act on. But this requires a certain silence of self. Because usually our mind is feeding us so much, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to go here, I want to do that. But it doesn't come from this deeper, grounded place of actual alignment with what is true for you. So sometimes it takes a little bit of calming yourself the F down. Calming yourself. Relax. Take a deep breath. Let go of everything. Become open and receptive again. And just recognize the truth of you being aware right now. You are. This is true. And this awareness, this truth, no one can deny. No one can deny their own existence. Because even them denying it would be a confirmation of that existence. And the good news is that this existence, this awareness, it is whole, it is complete, and it is infinite. It doesn't have any limits. This is what is innately true in your being. And granted, we do not always recognize this, but the more often you bring your attention to the recognition of this existence, of just recognizing that you are, because in that recognition of realizing that you are, automatically the wholeness, the unity, the perfection automatically shines through. Even if it's just for a few milliseconds that you touch base with that, that already breathes so much life and so much spaciousness into your being. It's like finally getting some fresh air. And the more that you practice this, the more that you bring that attention, in a sense, that attention back onto itself. Awareness being aware of awareness. And I know it's kind of subtle and the mind gets tricky and thinks, is it this, is it that? No, it's prior to that. It's not an experience. You cannot describe it or put it in a box, but it's there. It's looking you in the eye right now. And this is what you, again, want to realize and recognize as often as possible. Focus, place your attention on this. And then the more consistently you do it, the more that this back door into infinity will open, and the more spacious and aware and whole and unified your experience will also become. Because your experience is just a reflection of what you actually believe and are constituted with on your inside. So it can actually only reflect. So that when you constitute yourself back as this truth, as this I amness, this beingness, this existence, this aware beingness, then you will be reflected. You will also experience that perfection. And in addition to this, also that which on a more relative level resonates for you, that which feels true. And I want you to be honest with yourself right now. Can you discern what is true? Just by feeling. And I don't mean like absolutely true, but just when you, for example, are presented with a few different options, you usually actually know what is true. If you just take the time to quiet yourself and to actually feel, you can feel those things that just feel like a clear knowing, like a chime of truth. It just clicks in, it just resonates. And everyone is able to recognize this and to feel this. If they take the time, they can discern what is true. So in that sense, you have no excuses. Granted, you can master this and become more skillful in this, because I know how muddy it can get and how confusing and how many contradictory vibrations we have inside of ourselves. But this is the game, to embrace those confusions and not knowing sure what is true or what resonates, but just sitting with that, trusting that, and intuitively getting closer to that inner chime of truth, that resonance, which we call your X, your soul signature, that is fresh and anew in every moment. You can express it. So this is just a little of me making my case why the art of staying true, or the science of staying true, you could even see this as a sport or just a skill in general, is so valuable to master, because it gives you greater presence, greater access to like the meta foundation of living your life. And then any endeavor, any goal or project you're working on will be infused from this staying true. And again, what else matters but that which is true, that which actually resonates? Otherwise, we're just in subtle ways deluding ourselves or selling our soul. This is what I really want to be doing, is taking a stand for what is true in a humble, pure way, but just no bullshit, no distractions. And through the full acceptance of even your flaws and your beingness, from that state you can reach a state of non-tolerance. You accept all of your flaws, all of your distortions, anything that's seemingly holding you back, but you won't allow that to stop you from staying true. And even if you feel like you are not really a master yet at staying true, which also I'm still mastering, there is a certain power in committing and just making a decision or a declaration, I will master staying true. This is what I'll devote my life to. This is what I will master. And even if I fail, even if I forget, even if I get distracted, doesn't matter. At the end of the day, I will always return back to myself, my I am, my undeniable aware being that is whole and complete, and my expression of that wholeness, of that completion, which is my X, which is my unique fractal, my unique expression. It's like a snowflake of creation. And these are the only thing that matters. Your entire life is encapsulated in this. And this is the way of IMX. This is the way of staying true. And even if, like I said before, even if you forget, it's just like riding a bike. When you ride a bike, for sure you're gonna fall off. For sure you're gonna make mistakes. For sure it takes some time to get the balance. But you just decide, I'm gonna ride this bike. And just the same with riding your bike, you can be like, I'm gonna master the subtle art of staying true. I'm just gonna be coming from truth. That is my intention. That's why I came here. And I don't have the perfect words for it yet, even like on these videos. I'm not a master yet, but I'm still doing my best to learn to ride that bike, to master this subtle art of staying true. And it truly is about the journey. Every step on this journey is, in a sense, your destiny. Because it's not about getting to a certain destination. It's just about living true every moment, living true, staying true, staying true. And then you'll automatically align with that I amness, that wholeness, that completion, that one and infinite being, which is expressing itself. So knowing yourself internally through the I am and expressing yourself outwardly through your unique X. And learning to master this. This is what we'll teach on this channel. This is what I will be mastering myself. This is what the game is. And this is what you can join me on. Should this resonate? Should this feel as part of your truth as well? And always feel free to take whatever resonates and discard the rest. Use your own truth, your own alignment, your own ability to sense what resonates, what is true for you. That is, in a sense, your guru or your teacher. And just allow that to guide you. So this is my video for today. I still offer free one-on-one coachings. They're donation-based. You can find the link in the description if you want to dive deeper with me and see where you may be stopping yourself from actually staying true or where you have no clarity. I'm available for this. And besides that, feel free to drop any shares or insights you have in the comments below. It might help someone else. But to encapsulate all of this, just remember the simplicity of staying true to the absolute T. Every moment you have the opportunity to listen, to be aware of what actually resonates. And the more skillfully you learn to act on that which resonates without hesitation, without thinking twice, you just know it resonates, you go for it. The more your life will accelerate towards a positive momentum of you being aligned truly with your blood, with your soul, with your acts, with your calling, so that you can actually live your truest dream with which you came here, that seed in your heart, that you know you have a destiny. You came here with a powerful intention, and I'm all here for you to help you actualize on that, to turn that into an exciting game so that you can actually stay true no matter what. Take care, my friend. Have fun, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.